I'm going to ride it home. One thing Dakar Senegal and Dhaka Bangladesh have in common is the slow moving traffic. Just ask that guy. Folks, this place here is Place d'Indépendance, and it's as close as anything to a centre for the city of Dakar, Senegal, and that means we made it. Dakar, Bangladesh to Dakar, Senegal. Here we are, standing right here in the centre of Dakar. Woo! Over 20,000 kilometres. I'm still standing, folks. I'm still standing. Wow! This place is famous for a number of buildings and so forth, especially the Chambre de Commerce. And I'm sure you're wondering, Andrew, what does Andrew have prepared in lieu of a celebration? Well, a slight rewording of the song. Took me backpack, me passports and visas. I headed out of Melbourne for the first time in years. Took planes and buses, trains and cars. I made it from Dhaka to Dakar. Folks, this is Senegal, and Dakar is the capital, and we're talking about a country of about 16 million people, a small country in West Africa, former French colony, gained its independence in 1960. But Dakar is probably the most happening of all the West African capitals, besides perhaps, I don't know, Accra. And it's a very good Dakar morning to you from my balcony here in possibly centralish Dakar. Got a great sort of secure balcony here, which is awesome, with a view over the Rond-Point Gibraltar, or in French Gibraltar, I guess. So yeah, can't complain about that. You are looking at the Bank of the West African Nations here, and good morning to you. And we are doing Dhaka to Dakar, and we are here at our final destination, but there is still more to see. Just up here, this is the Dakar's Grand Mosque, and it's, as you can see, it's built in the Moroccan style. It's got a minaret, as all mosques do. Yes, I'm still stating the bleeding obvious. Folks, we're approaching the Museum of Black Civilisations. Don't really know anything about it other than the name, which, you know, suggests we're going to learn about African civilizations over the years. The Museum of Black Civilisations. Welcome, folks, to the Museum of Black Civilisations. It's a newish museum, opened in 2018, I believe. Museum of Black Civilisations was born from the 1966 Black World Festival of Dakar, itself preceded by the Congress of Black Writers and Artists of Paris. The wave of African independences in 1960 and later wars of liberation up to the 1990s. All these also echoed the Pan-African Conferences of London 1900, the Congress of Paris 1919, Dar es Salaam 1974, Kampala 1994, and Accra 2014. I found myself on the top level. I'm not sure I'm supposed to be here, but this is obviously a place where they have performances. It's a circular, very impressive venue. Actually, up here on the third level we get quite a good look at the port of Dakar. We'll head down there after here. We're heading after here to Ile de Goree. have religions here in Africa. And over here, look, this is Lalibela in Ethiopia, but you can check out my 2009 video on that. Yeah. Christianity over here, Islam over there. There's even a part for Judaism. At the same time, being your own demise, foolish for that I just count my stacks and keep pushing. Cause lingering in the past, slow improvement. Still I look back on the strength that it take when going through it. No winning, not to be pumping the brakes. I'm getting to it, no sitting around with no something to shake. I'm finding there's a lot of sort of cubism or surrealism to the art that I've seen in Senegal. Yeah, thoroughly worthwhile museum, so check it out if you're in Dakar. Next we're moving on to Ile de Goree, which is a sad history of being a major part of the slave trade in Senegal and West Africa. Here's a suburban train service here in Dakar, so that's something that I'm pretty sure wasn't here back in 2007 when I last visited. Here you go! Okay, well, it's an island, so we have to take a ferry, folks. It's not the biggest ferry you'll ever see. Welcome to Ile de Goree. Now this is a very beautiful island, but obviously with a very dark past. Okay folks, well a visit to a place like this is always going to be sobering, but there's a lot of beauty here too and community. Anyway, time to head back to the mainland. One thing Dakar Senegal and Dhaka Bangladesh have in common is the slow moving traffic. Just ask that guy. So like cars and bikes, they zoom along the median strip and try to get in front. So they're from behind us and they come in front of us like this and try to get back on the road. Okay folks, this is the Viallage Des Artes. It's Artisans Village here and we're going to have a look. This is apparently a great place to come and have a look at some art
7 days a week, but now you moved on. And I feel it, I feel it, I feel it, feel it, I feel it.
Probably a lot of the artists, because it's Eid tomorrow, have left if they don't live in Dakar, if they don't live locally. But it's a beautiful setting to make some art. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. Look at what they've used. They've used chains, they've used sort of bike chains, they've used forks, spoons, cogs, everything to create. The Peugeot, although technically probably not intended as a work of art, it kind of is, isn't it? Look at the way the rust is patterned on the roof and the bonnet. Oh wow. Well folks, definitely worth having a little look here, even if it is a bit quiet. Wrong time of day, wrong day probably as well. Yeah, plenty more in Dakar to see though. Well folks, here we are. This is day 89 of Dakar to Dakar. We are in Dakar obviously, as we have for the whole vlog, and this is it. This is the last day. This is the last day today. It is the 22nd of April 2023. I left on the 24th of January 2023, so yeah, 89 days. Tomorrow I fly out, so yeah, today is going to be the last day of Dakar to Dakar. So folks, because I'm flying out tomorrow, I've got a lot to organise, but we're going to see a couple of things, and then we somehow, I don't know how, we're going to wrap this thing up. Folks, it's the middle of the day and it's just unbelievably quiet. I have not known Dakar or any city to be quite this quiet. And why is that, folks? Well, Eid Mubarak. Today is Eid, 22nd of April 2023, and it's kind of fitting that my last day is Eid, because 11 of the 17 countries I've taken you through on this trip have been indeed Muslim countries. Seems like a mass cleanup operation's going on. This is a market area, but it's a few people. Folks, it may be Eid, but here we are at a church of Our Lady of the Victories. Perhaps we could even get inside, who knows. Seems like a pretty new church, but it's quite beautiful. A bit of a tabernacle. Well folks, there's a museum I wanted to check out. I have no idea if it's open today. Google says it is. My gut says it isn't. Anyway, we'll find out. Here it is folks, the museum I wanted to take you to, and sure enough it's shut. Google, you lied to me again. Oh dear. Oh well. Gonna go to Place d'Indépendance and try and wrap it up, I guess. If nothing else today, we've at least had a chance to sort of see the, I guess, the more swanky side of town. And just on the streets here, we have a lovely little church here. A Protestant church, in fact. And here we are at a very much quieter Place d'Indépendance. I still can't say it. And here we are at a much quieter Place d'Indépendance, which seems a good place to finish it all, don't you think? Got me backpack, passport and visas, heading out of Melbourne for the first time in years. By planes, buses, trains and cars, I'm heading from Dhaka to Dakar. 3 months ago I flew to Dakar, Bangladesh to try to recreate an idea for a trip that I had 20 years ago now. And today, 3 months later, I stand here in Place d'Indépendance in Dakar, Senegal. Dakar, Bangladesh to Dakar, Senegal. It might just be a fun play on words. Who doesn't like alliteration? But it's over 21,000 kilometers. And here I stand chatting with you. And thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey. This journey has had a lot of ups and downs, highs and lows. As you would probably expect, I lost one camera, and actually a couple of days ago my other action camera, a Caso, that just stopped working. So I've had some challenges, and I haven't done it all the way I would have liked. I would have loved to have not flown at all, but it's been an incredible adventure. I think it's probably too early for reflections, and there's a lot to reflect about, and there'll be a lot more vlogs that I can make from the footage that I've taken, so look out for that. And again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for following me and supporting me on this incredible journey. You know, one of the things actually I had was that, you know, I'm approaching 50, and yeah, no, true. And basically I wanted to know that I could still do this travel, and perhaps, I mean, this kind of travel is something I won't be doing that much of probably for the rest of my life, but who knows, never say never. But I took this opportunity with a lot of leave accrued to take 3 months off, you know, and now it's time to go back and face life again at home. So wherever you are in the world, take care, look after yourselves, thank you for everything, keep supporting the channel. May the journey never end. Got me backpack, passport and visas, heading out of Melbourne for the first time in years. By planes, buses, trains and cars, I'm heading from Dhaka to Dakar.